Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time doing another Disney film review, and this one is on the short film from 1928, Steamboat Willie. Now, as you know, Steamboat Willie is a 2028 animated short film, which of course was directed by Walt Disney himself and Herb Erks, which of course was meant to feature the first appearance of Mickey Mouse and the starting point of the parody, the tribute, and the reference to the iconic short Steamboat Willie, which of course was parodied in Duckman, The Simpsons, as well as being featured in the openings of different Disney films back in the 2010s. And I think after sitting down to watch the short film and seeing how now that it's entered the public domain and now there's been a horror counterpart, the best I can say about Steamboat Willie, it's there to give you the introduction of Mickey Mouse as well as Minnie and doing something completely different after Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And the premise of Steamboat Willie is meant to feature Mickey Mouse, who is obviously meant to be completely different from his later counterpart, where he's a little bit more of a slacker. He doesn't really seem to kind of be truly motivated or disciplined, and basically is a little more of this getting easily distracted. And you get a sense that even his sort of the ship captain Pete, who of course would later go on to be in a Goofy movie, Goof Troops, and so forth, is justifiably annoyed at Mickey for slacking off and not doing what he's supposed to. And we all kind of see how Mickey Mouse not only kind of goes against protocols, but we see how he's more keen on having fun with Minnie Mouse when she comes aboard. We see how they start a little bit of a concert. And of course, Pete, being the one here, is the one who has kind of punish, reprimand, as well as call Mickey out for kind of not doing what he's supposed to. And I think here it's the early build to what I think Mickey Mouse is going to be. And I know a lot of the times with early builds, prototypes, and ideas is where I think characters' personalities are a more little built up, but it's where it needs to be. It's like looking at, obviously, Spider-Man, like the early 60s comics having Peter as a little bit more of a bookworm and not more down to earth or grounded. It's like looking at Transformers back with the Marvel comic run and the G1 cartoon, not having much of a build up, but a Transformer who becomes an Autobot and a leader over time. It's kind of like also looking at, obviously, Naruto, having him a little bit of this troublemaker, but having to build him up to kind of be a bit more of this character who has to figure things out and knows what's best for people over time. I think Steamboat Willie is there to set something up. It's there to set up the iconic thing about Mickey Mouse's character. He doesn't have his white gloves yet. He's a little bit more different from his later counterpart. There's a little bit of this sense of still trying to find his character. And I think this is coming from a writer's perspective where you kind of get a build of what you want your characters to be. It's just figuring out what the story, the setting, and the universe is going to be, but it's knowing what you want to do with your characters. And a lot of writers know this, a lot of basically developers and content creators. It's just figuring out what your character needs to be, the build, the world, and what needs to be for that iconic origin, that kind of iconic moment, much like Batman with his parents, Superman with Krypton, also Lino with Thundera, also Optimus with the Matrix. It's one of those iconic shorts that sets up to the iconic Mickey the Mouse character. And I think my best thoughts about Steamboat Willie, it's there to do something new, something different, but it's there to set up Mickey, Minnie, and Pete to be completely different characters from what they're going to be in later years. So it definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, kind of okay, but there to build with a early build of what we are going to get in later years with Mickey, Minnie, as well as Pete. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.